Okay, so why did I become a coach? You know why? Because life is fucking hard. Listen, I have a lot in common with most of you out. Actually, I have something in common with all of you out there. Listen, at the end of the day, we're looking for love and we're looking to avoid pain. We're looking for love and we're looking to avoid pain. Let's just say, when I was younger, I went through a lot of fucking pain and disappointment. I've been coaching for 10 years, and I always tell people, no matter what you're going through right now, and I mean no matter what you're going through, I know exactly what it's like as far as the essence, okay? So anyway, I went to college, got a normal degree, actually have a master's degree, which is completely fucking worthless now. But anyway, bottom line is I went to school for the normal reasons that we're told by society. Oh, you gotta, learn a skill, you gotta get valuable, you have to be respected, you have to have an education. That education did me jack shit. This day I still get a request from my alumni over at University of Florida to contribute. Fuck you, no thanks, you've done nothing for me. Anyway, all kidding aside here. Listen, in life, we tend to appreciate things that we are not given. We appreciate things we work for. Because I really did not get anything out of college, and because after I graduated, I worked in a career that was absolutely atrocious, completely unsatisfying, and I really just felt like I was just grinding against a grindstone, almost existing. That's why I really appreciate what I do now. But bottom line is I'm telling my story here, I struggled in all areas. Love, health, and wealth across the board were all a fucking mess for me. Again, I just didn't know what I didn't know. Back then, I didn't have Tony Robbins fucking call me up and, teach me a better way. So to make things even worse, as I struggled for many years, like many of you here, I always, lived under the guise that we were limited, right? Ultimately, based on your height, your weight, your looks, your intelligence, there was only certain things available to you. And so for many years, in the relationship area, I believed that there was only a certain level of partner that I would attract. Never once in a blue moon, right? You know the phrase, get lucky. I'd get lucky and meet somebody really, that I thought was pretty amazing. Once in a blue moon. And the worst part was, and I know a lot of you can relate here, when that relationship did not work out, I got fucking desperate. I got fucking needy. I certainly did things and said things I shouldn't say or do. And again, I didn't know what I didn't know, but that would push people away. So, the string of shitty relationships began from my early 20s. I had this one woman, for example, that I was really into from college. And, hey, where things are great, they're great. But when they're not, right? And the worst part was, I didn't know what I didn't know. This is somebody I really, and here's what's interesting too. A lot of you tend to romanticize about your partner. And you almost create this like little storyline that was magical. The sun, the stars, the sun aligned and brought you together. And that's what makes it so fucking disappointing and so excruciating that when it doesn't work out. The way I met this first girl was back in college, and I met her because I was having dinner with some friends, and this guy that I knew from my fraternity told me that there was this girl that worked there, really beautiful, and there was a girl that worked there, and she saw me and she wanted to meet me. Now, long story short, I didn't have that introduction that night, but later on, when I spoke to my friend again, I found out because I wound up speaking to her eventually. She actually was not pointing at me. She was pointing at my friend. So I wanted to meet this girl, and I was so disappointed because she was so pretty and so cute, wonderful. But anyway, we wound up actually hitting it off anyway. And we started dating and hanging out, and I thought something really magical was starting to grow. And again, what made it so to the point where I was like romanticizing about it was very simply, it just seemed like such a coincidence the way we met. It almost seemed like, quote, date, right? And a lot of you out there are going through a really tough time. You're probably looking at parts of your life and say, well, you know what, fate kind of hit here, and oh my God, this has got to be the one. It's not. And a lot of you are going to learn a very, very painful lesson if you don't fucking learn what you're missing here. So long story short, things did not work out. But the worst part was, it wasn't that it didn't work out, is that I continued to romanticize about it. That, hey, you know what, she just needs time. She's young. I make up these reasons. Again, feeding into the bullshit narrative that somehow, things we'd eventually connect eventually. Anyway, long story short, 10 years later, there's still some level of, kind of hoping, wishing, wanting. Now, of course, I dated in between and met other people, really wonderful people as well. But it's amazing how, the mind will play tricks on you if you don't know better. Now, of course, back then, and a lot of you listening, you're listen fucking very carefully here. There is something called the science of neuroplasticity, the ability to strengthen your brain like a muscle. But if you don't have that process, that skill, that strength, that conditioning, life tends to be really fucking hard, because we all go through challenges. And if you're going through a challenge and your emotions are fucking weak, you're gonna fucking lose. So anyway, I got dragged for fucking years. Now, that wasn't the worst of it. It continued. A few years later, now at this point, I'm like early 30s. I was working this corporate job that I fucking hated. Did I mention to you that I hated my professional life? I was working this corporate job, like actually late 20s, really, late 20s. And I met, again, a super cute girl. I mean, should I share another story about how, you know, that I romanticized and really became this thing where, long story short, I got sucked into that emotional, roller coaster for years, literally years. But anyway, long story short, I met this girl one night at this bar, when I was traveling to a work site. I was traveling all around the world, and I randomly came across this girl because I went to this place I randomly went to, not planned, right? You see, a lot of you out there who are romanticizing, it's so easy, if you don't know better, to literally add this fucking bullshit narrative about how the sun, the stars, the moon align. The problem is, when you don't meet people very often, and then it fucking disappears, it really plays fucking tricks on you. So long story short, things are good again until they were not good. And I learned another very, very fucking painful lesson. A lot of you going through a tough time here, you're gonna unfortunately learn probably the hard way. You know, one of your biggest teachers in life will be someone I refer to as Mr. Pain. And Mr. Pain is fucking relentless. And you know, I have so many people that they're going through these challenges over and over. They're kind of looping the same patterns. And eventually, once again, Pain, Mr. Pain, Mrs. Pain, comes back to teach your lesson again. And that, again, is a relentless teacher. It's almost like telling you, like, hey, you're fucking around. You're not fixing things the right way. And these problems are going to keep reappearing until you do. This girl I'm telling you about now, another one. I would say for almost maybe 3 or 4 years, still kind of haunted me as far as like, oh my God, this is the one. It was magical we met, and there was just a reason where my mind would play tricks on me and kind of let me believe that maybe there'd be a future in the future. I could go on and on, but I went through this forever. I really fucking had a hard fucking time in love, health, and wealth across the board. And let me be super clear with all of you. A lot of you think, again, your situation is so unique. It really isn't. My details might be different, but they're really the same as yours. And let's just be really clear here. If you watch my videos on YouTube, I have more video testimonials than anyone in this specific area. And I do work with a lot of people who are going through the lowest of the low of the low. And I think you and I know how you describe that. I think if someone tells you, like, they don't know what the point of life is anymore, that's kind of pretty fucking bad. And I know very well from firsthand experience what it's like to just be like, you know what, I don't really see the point of this whole life thing anymore here. I get that. That's why I'm so passionate about this here. But I went through my own fucking soul school, my own journeys. And now, not that my journey's done, by the way. I still have, challenge experiences. I even had one today. Like, even in my coaching, right? Like, if I want to become the best, and I do believe I am the best in my specific area, but if I really want to be recognized that way and continue to evolve to new levels, well, how the fuck can I do that without really challenging clients that are hard, clients that don't do what they said they're going to do? Of course, that's fucking the rite of passage. Now, of course, I do have some of those sometimes. I dealt with one today. But what is amazing is where you have somebody you deal with, it kind of just doesn't fulfill their whatever, or just doesn't, there's like a disconnect there. What's amazing is to recognize how quickly you bounce past it. Now, it's not like I didn't get affected at all, but lasted maybe about, a minute or two, not a big deal. And if I told you the details, you'd be like, how the fuck did it only last a minute or two, Lance? Just like a professional athlete, when they get really tired, they can sit on the bench and they can be back ready to rock and roll in a couple of minutes because they're conditioned and strengthened that way. On that note, let me simplify really what you want here. What you're looking for at the end of the day is an emotional endurance. It's not complicated. Your counselor's probably making it fucking complicated, but it's not. What if I told you could build your emotional muscles, those neurological networks, your brain, like a physical muscle? What if I told you that if you had the right process, you could reduce that refractory period, so when you have those challenges, you don't have to fucking stay there. To the point where even if you get knocked down emotionally, you get back up really fucking quickly. Think about it. Your physical muscles and your emotional muscles grow in a very similar parallel. If you never worked out fucking before, and you never lifted weights, and you had small muscles from being underdeveloped even since you were a kid because you never worked out before, would it really be fair to tell people you have some kind of muscle trauma, child muscle, low small bicep syndrome? That's fucking ridiculous. You just never worked out before. And it's amazing how people will understand that and they'll embrace the working out when their physical muscles are obviously the culprit. But when your emotional muscles are weak, why are you so fucking quick to go onto the counselor's couch and fucking talk things to death? You wouldn't do that with your physical muscles, would you? You'd be like, I need the workout. I'm going to get the workout. I understand it's going to be hard. I'm going to fucking do it if I want those muscles. So listen, I know very well what it's like to be where you're at. And for a lot of you, these situations are going to keep reinventing themselves, repeating over and over. For a lot of you, it's later than you fucking think. I went through enough of my cycles of pain before I said, fucking enough. This has got to stop fucking today. But I did something you have not done, 99.9% of you watching this video here. I said, you know what? I'm tired of trying to reinvent the wheel. I know there's clearly people out there that know things that I do not know. They are called real experts. I'm not gonna try and YouTube my way to the fucking winner's circle. And I'm gonna pay the money because it's worth it. I mean, if I want a Harvard life, I should probably go to fucking Harvard. I mean, if you're out there listening with a tough time, why are you being fucking cheap? Why try and reinvent the wheel? Like, don't you think you're worth investing in yourself? And listen, do you really love yourself enough to give yourself the best person to work directly with you? I mean, I'm pretty sure you're listening to them, but it's up to you. You can make your life hard or easy, and you're welcome to find somebody that you believe is better. I'm pretty sure they're not, but it's up to you. But I got to a point where I just got so sick and tired of disappointment and the same fucking, not just being disappointed, but being in that emotional roller coaster for years. How many more years are you willing to go through your little cycles? It's up to you. I mean, but anyway, I just got so tired of that. I was like, you know what? No more reinventing the wheel, Lance. I'm gonna find the best people, work directly with them, and call it a day. Now, is my life perfect now? Absolutely not. I still got my own challenges, but I live at an incredible level. I mean, I have ups and downs. I'm a human being, but overall, it's higher highs and higher lows, which is incredible. Most importantly, I have control. No matter what happens, and again, I even had something happen today that most of you would probably fucking fold. But even that to say, really quickly, actually in a matter of minutes, like, wow, I feel fucking great, to the point where I almost fucking forgot about the bullshit. That's incredible. That's the way to live. And you could have that in your physical sense, and you all fucking know this. If you actually lift the weights, you could run and be really like an incredible athlete if you worked out. But you're not treating your emotions the same, and you don't have that fucking workout. And a lot of you are going to keep struggling for a long period of time here. I'm just here to tell you a little bit of my story so you understand here. Life does not have to be fucking hard, but it can be hard if you want it to be. It's up to you. Anyway, I hope you're at least subscribed to my channel. I'm here to talk common fucking sense into you. I'm here to get you off the fucking council's couch. I'm here to be real. Share what this is, what's not. And if you want that emotional strength, let's have a conversation. If not, you're welcome to keep making life very, very hard. It is a free country or free world, wherever you're watching this here. And it's up to you. If you're doing great and you know somebody who's fucking having a hard time, for, I don't know, weeks, months, or years, send this video, okay? There's absolutely fucking much better way, and I can prove that. Anyway, that's it for now. Ciao for now. Talk to you soon.